welcome to this introductory movie for the CHLORINSITU 2A medium. This device over here is creating sodium hypochlorite oxidant on site out of salt. So this device is creating the product. It is using salt and softened water, so a brine solution from this tank. And then we'll walk over to the other accessories of this installation, where we have chlorine dosing pumps over here, we have chlorine measurements over here, and we have our chlorine storage tank. So we are creating a solution from brine, and we store it as sodium hydroxide over here, and these pumps are injecting it into the system. So the CHLORINSITU 2A medium is creating 0.8% of sodium hypochlorite. It is doing that by the principle of electrolysis, which means that we inject brine into a hypocell, and the hypocell gets its DC current. That DC current is transforming those chlorides into bleach. That solution is stored over here. Important before we start is to talk about salt. We store the salt in this brine tank. This is a 520 liter brine tank. We pour in the salt from bags that we store next to it up to a certain level, and our machine is filling this with softened water. That softened water and the salt is creating a brine solution, which needs a high purity quality of salt. So not every water softener salt that you can buy from any hardware store is suitable. This is an important topic that we have to figure out before we install the device. So this brine tank is prepared with softener, softened water from the softener that we have over here. So I'm going to show that softener as well, because that softener is very important. So in this setup, the softener is standing outside of the device, and the softener is taking hardness minerals, hardness elements out of the water. So we are taking city water or any other processed water that we get. We take all those calcium, magnesium, hardness elements out. We rinse that out, so we have softened water. The reason why we need softened water is that hardness can scale on our cell, which is damaging or decreasing the life expectancy of the cell. So to prevent that, we have always a softener. It also means that the softener has to be controlled, has to be checked, and therefore we have a hardness check device that is automatically initiated, and that has an automatic reagent in it that is controlling at any time the hardness of the software. In the next video, I will explain more about the CHLORINSITU 2A medium, about all the components and how to control it.